Hi, my name is Samantha Bos, and I'm with the University of Texas at Austin, and today I'm here with Project STAIR to talk about how you can adjust your scope and sequence. Now, before we discuss how to alter the scope and sequence, let's think through some key considerations of whether you should alter the scope and sequence at all. Some students may require individualized adjustments to master critical content. Teachers working with interventionists or researchers can identify which skill the students have mastered, where the student needs to be by the end of the term or year, and what is essential for the student to master those end-of-year goals. Modifying a curriculum requires in-depth understanding of math standards, common math progressions, and the individual student's IEP goals. Therefore, we recommend that teachers only alter the scope and sequence as a last resort, and always with the knowledge and support of administration and interventionists. If students continue to struggle after intensive interventions have been put in place and intensified, it may be time to examine the student's IEP goals and determine if they are appropriate. So let's talk now about how to adjust the scope and sequence. So our first step is going to be to identify grade level expectations and standards for one math topic. For example, algebraic understanding. In step 2, we're going to establish a goal of where the student needs to be by the end of the school year. In step 3, we're going to identify the foundational standards that students must master before being able to access the goal standards. In step 4, we need to identify the standards the student has mastered. These standards may be one or more grade levels below the student's current grade level. And then finally, for step 5, once the student's current math understandings are established and the goal has been set, identify the most important standards the students will need to master to reach the goals. We will repeat these steps with additional math topics, focusing first on standards and on making sure to align those with IEP goals. So here's an example from 7th grade. In 7th grade, some of the primary standards include the blue standards. The goal for the 7th grader is to solve real-life and mathematical problems using numerical and algebraic expressions and equations by the end of the year. The student, however, is working over here. Sorry, I'm going to reach on over, right over here. Is working on mastering understanding ratio concepts and using ratio reasoning to solve problems, which is a 6th grade standard. The student's current understanding is before some of these 7th grade standards come into play. It is important to think about earlier grades math content that should be part of instruction. To catch the student up, it'll be important to reteach or review the 6th grade standards in yellow, over here, before we move on to the 7th grade standards here in blue. To help you adjust your scope and sequence, there are resources, including the alignment guides produced by Achieve the Core. Additionally, there are Common Core or state standards, as well as the curriculum focal points from the NCTM to help provide support in determining the critical and foundational standards. We will include a link in the description below to these resources. Thanks for watching this STAIR-tailored video on adjusting your scope and sequence. Be sure to subscribe and check out our YouTube channel for more great videos. Thanks, and I hope to see you soon.